We move next to Colorado at Nebraska, a game very close to, I guess, the college football fans' heart, because it used to be one of the biggest games in all of football. I feel like usually played around Thanksgiving, but things have changed in the college football landscape, to say the least. Colorado here, a 7.5-point underdog in Lincoln, Nebraska for this matchup. Over-under is 58. What do we got on this one, Benny?
So Colorado beat North Dakota State, and their opener did not cover the spread, won by 5. After a very, I would say, tumultuous offseason for the Buffaloes. You had the article come out about guns being handed out like candy in the locker room. You had the assistant coach going to Saudi Arabia to recruit for NIL money, which I thought was hilarious. And then the next week after, you had Deion Sanders barring a member of the Denver Gazette from the press conferences. So asking Saudi Arabia for money and then silencing the press. I thought that the juxtaposition of those two actions were very interesting.
Any dismembering in a Turkish consulate by any chance that you heard of?
Well, you never know. I mean, if you know, the defensive line doesn't perform, Warren Sapp, watch out.
Yikes.
But again, story of Colorado, you got your future top 5 picks, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn Jr. is also a stud receiver. Nebraska, again, we're now under year 3 or 2 with Matt Rule. 3?
I think it's 2, but I will check that while we talk.
Yeah, but hopes are high. They kicked the shit out of UTEP 47 in the opener. They got Dylan Raiola, the 5-star freshman quarterback, former Ohio State recruit, under center. He had a pretty good game. Offensive line returns 4 starters. And the defense, while, they struggled to start off last season, actually ended up being their most productive unit. A lot of those losses they had last year were by a field goal or less because the defense was able to keep them in it. This one's tough. Like, I don't believe in Colorado. I want to fade Colorado, but I can't argue what Deion is able to do early in the season, preventing the wheels fall off. Colorado has the best 2 players on the field. There's no doubt about that. While Nebraska, I think, will be good, they are still starting a true freshman at quarterback. 7.5 is too many points. I think Shedeur Sanders keeps this close, with also the potential of a Colorado blowout if they start clicking on all cylinders, which is very possible.
Yeah, I think Matt Rule has proven he can do it at the college level, but year 2, this is only his 14th game in charge after missing a bowl game in his first year. I think that's too much to give a Colorado team that has a lot of talent, of course. And we'll see. I think, to your point, early in the season, easier to keep that locker room all together, and certainly less time for any scandals to come out of the program also will help. My biggest interest is seeing kind of what this Colorado team does this season, and if they can kind of stay on what was the biggest talking point, I think, in all of college football last season until things hit the fan really, really quickly. I want to say on the road at Oregon. But at this point, we'll see what Nebraska can deliver. I think 7.5 points sounds like a reasonable number for the biggest city in the state of Nebraska when everyone comes together for a Go Big Red football game, but I'll take the 7.5 points on Colorado there as well.